All right, we have to talk about Deebo Samuel and put this into perspective because what we're seeing has never happened in NFL history. Through the first half of the season, roughly here in 2021, Deebo Samuel was obliterating receiver efficiency records. He'd been the most efficient receiver in like 20 years, ever since Steve Smith for Carolina in the early 2000s. I mean, it was crazy what he was doing on a week in, week out basis with the targets that he was getting. And because of all that, Deebo Samuel became a 1,000-yard receiver here in 2021, just over halfway through the season. So you have that. You have a dominant wide receiver who was really the only consistent 49ers target, right, throughout the first part of that year. They finally fixed that problem. Jimmy Garoppolo was spreading the ball out to everybody yesterday. But you had Deebo Samuel just dominating through the air. And then all of a sudden, at the snap of a finger, he switched to running back. And he's one of the better running backs in the league with the way that he hits the hole right now and the way he tight ropes down the sideline. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. Deebo Samuel, again, he was a 1,000-yard receiver before he made an immediate switch to running back, where he's doing an excellent job for the 49ers right now. So I just wanted to put that into perspective. What we're seeing right now is something that doesn't happen, has never happened. And Deebo Samuel's doing it out of necessity for the 49ers. So he should get a lot of credit, and we need to talk just a little bit about why the 49ers are doing this and what we can expect from them moving forward. I have the game book right here. Samuel yesterday, 8 carries for 37 yards. He didn't do much outside of the touchdown, but that touchdown was obviously huge. It set the tone for the 49ers, 27 yards. And you know what? We should watch it right now. I mean, that's a fun one to watch. It's a good one to break down for a number of reasons because it shows us a lot about the 49ers' plan of attack moving this season. So this is the highlight reel. 2nd and 8, 3-3 game, early second quarter. Garoppolo's in the gun. There you have him, running back Deebo Samuel right next to Jimmy. Motion with Wilson. Deebo Samuel runs the outside zone to perfection. Look at Tom Compton. There's the touchdown. All right, 27-yard touchdown. But this is what it's all about. This is the 49ers playing to their strengths. We talk about positionless skill positions all the time, right? That's what Shanahan wants. So ultimately, this is the realization of a Shanahan dream. He has a receiver who could play running back, and he has running backs who can catch the pass or catch balls out of the backfield. So Deebo Samuel embodies that versatility for Shanahan. So he's in the backfield, but he also, this coach also wants versatility from his offensive linemen. Tom Compton is playing right tackle for the 49ers right here. You see my cursor circling him. Watch where Tom Compton ends up on this play. Right off the snap, he starts sprinting. So again, 66. Now you know who to watch. Compton is not worried about the line of scrimmage. Compton is worried about getting out in front of Deebo Samuel. So Compton is sprinting at this point. Compton gets far out to the edge. This is athleticism from an offensive lineman. This is a 300-pounder that is out in front of the play. Deebo Samuel gets the edge when Deebo Samuel is so good at finding where the opening is. That he has running backs instincts, which a lot of 49ers haven't played there. But Compton gets his body, his 300-pound body on a cornerback 10 yards past the line of scrimmage at the boundary. Do you know how far Tom Compton had to run for this? Eli Apple is just eliminated from this play. He doesn't want to deal with that smoke from Tom Compton. And Deebo Samuel takes that window, tight ropes down the sideline. I mean, Tom Compton took out 3 guys. Just the fact, you don't even have to hit them hard. If you have a 300-pound body and you're this far downfield, you're going to get in people's way, right? So look at Compton. He gets in Apple's way, he gets in 30's way, and he gets in Bell's way. Bell, 24, he's tripping over himself trying to get to Deebo Samuel because Compton's in the way. So Deebo and Compton make this play work, and it's awesome. It's a running back executing the outside zone, and it's Tom Compton, a right tackle, executing the blocks, the athleticism and space that's necessary. I'll be the first to admit I underestimated Tom Compton. He is still a terrible pass blocker, but he could block in space, and you got to give Chris Foerster credit. You have to give Zach Yenzer credit. Butch Barry, the 49ers offensive line coaching staff is getting the very best out of Tom Compton, who has graded really elite in the run blocking facet in the past 3 weeks. I mean, this guy is getting the job done. And when the 49ers lost Mike McGlinchey, that was going to be a problem. And it still is. Compton is still struggling in straight pass protection, but Jimmy Garoppolo is good enough to overcome some bad pass protection. He's been doing a great job with the quick release. He knows when to take a sack, when not to force the football. Give Garoppolo credit for that. That's going to be something the 49ers have to deal with the rest of the season. The pass protection is just not great. Maybe you keep Kittle back there like they did yesterday. But in general, the 49ers have a good run blocking offensive line, even with Tom Compton, because he's good at that. And Deebo Samuel knows how to run behind good mobile tackles in space. And the way that Deebo hits these holes, he's a professional running back. He has the instincts. And again, what we're seeing is unprecedented. This is a 1,000-yard receiver that turned into a running back at the snap of a finger. Now, moving forward, does Deebo Samuel stay there? Well, given that the balance the 49ers are seeing in their receiver room, they're getting Ayuk to produce. They're getting George Kittle to produce 13 catches, 151 yards. Jimmy Garoppolo spreading the ball around. Deebo Samuel can be wherever the 49ers need him to be. If Elijah Mitchell comes back, which we expect to happen, but he's been beaten up, Deebo's load in the backfield will lessen. But I still think you use him there. And you use him at receiver as well. So he's going to be a Swiss Army knife. That's how this offense should work. Positionless skill positions, give defensive coordinators headaches. Deebo Samuel can be all over the field. And that's how this 49ers offense is going to peak. That's how it's going to optimize if Deebo can line up everywhere. He's just got to stay healthy. And hopefully for his sake, he came out. I mean, remember, he was coming off a groin injury. Probably wasn't 100% for this game, but he got the job done for the 49ers. That was a hell of a touchdown run. And Deebo, I mean, even if he's just a decoy, he's such a versatile weapon that he can make it happen. So appreciate what you're seeing, because we haven't seen this before in NFL history. Also, subscribe to the channel. Everybody take care.